guys, my name is David, and before I get started with this video, I am going to warn you guys once again, this is a spoiler-filled review of LEGO Ninjago Day of the Departed. So if you guys do not want to have any spoilers regarding the brand new LEGO Ninjago Halloween special, then I suggest you click off this video immediately because there are going to be so many spoilers dropped in this video. I'm going to be discussing a bunch of spoilers in this video, so please do not watch this video if you guys don't want any spoilers. With that being said, if any of you guys did watch the actual Day of the Departed special, then feel free to stick around and watch me observe and of course comment on a bunch of these spoilers that occurred in Day of the Departed. And if you guys actually want a link to the leaked version of LEGO Ninjago Day of the Departed, a link will be down in the description below to both part 1 and part 2 of Day of the Departed. So, of course, where to begin? So, first of all, the battles. I felt like the battle between Lloyd and Pythor was kind of lackluster, but it was very emotional, so that's what really made up for it. Because I feel like Lloyd was not really doing much in an effort to fight Pythor, and Pythor wasn't really doing much in an effort to fight Lloyd, but there was some kind of emotional feel to it. Of course, there was the soundtrack for, Garmadon's theme played during this scene, and honestly, it kind of made up for it. Now, talking about the battle between Zane and Cryptor, I felt that it was kind of lackluster in both ways. It wasn't very emotional, and it wasn't very action-packed, and I felt like this one was the most disappointing battle, of course, out of all of the villain and hero battles. Now, what I did love, though, was the Samukai and Jay battle, especially how Ronin came in at the end and saved Jay. I mean, that was honestly just so unexpected, and I loved to see Ronin come in with that huge mech and save Jay. I actually also loved how Samukai and Jay were fighting each other, and they just launched at each other. There was that one scene which was going in slow-mo when Samukai was up in the air, Jay was up in the air, and they're just launched at each other. That was such an awesome moment in the actual fight scene. And then, of course, we also have the Stone Warriors going onto the stage to, of course, try to fight on Dareth. And I absolutely loved how as soon as Dareth found the Helmet of Shadows, he just controlled the Stone Warriors and he got them to, of course, take General Gozu and just bash him against the wall. That was just so hilarious. I love that moment so much. And that pretty much concludes the battles, to be honest. There's, of course, that battle between Kai and Nia and, of course, Chen. And I felt like that one was also a very, very cool battle, especially how Chen launches that missile at Kai and Nia, but then all of a sudden just turns around and blows up in his face. And that was actually really, really kind of funny. Moving on with the actual fight scene with Cole when he gets freed from what are those called again? Arm chains or whatever? Handcuffs, my bad. I'm blanking out so much. Alright, so the handcuffs. As soon as he gets freed from the handcuffs, and then he starts running after the Sensei Yang, and of course his pupils, they have that huge fight scene. I thought that that was the best, well not the best, but one of the best fight scenes in the entire special. It was just so action-packed. There was so much fighting going on, and it was actually a pretty long battle, and I was actually very satisfied with that. I loved Moro's turn and how he kind of betrayed Yang in a sense and joined the ninja. I thought that that was a great development into what his character could be. And I actually really liked how after possession, when we saw that Wu and Moro became at peace with each other, Moro decided to keep that peace and of course help out Wu when he returned. So I honestly did think that that was one of the best parts in the special as well. I really loved Moro's character in this. I thought that he did an amazing job. Now, moving on with the entire Yang thing, there was of course that flashback where Yang starts talking about how he discovered this key to immortality. And I actually thought that that was very interesting. I thought that the entire flashback for Yang was very interesting because it showed so much of Yang's past that we really didn't know of at that point. And I thought that it was cleverly done because it showed him as a young boy, I guess, or a young master, trying to teach his students air jitsu, and he was trying to be remembered. And then all of a sudden he found the Yin blade and he started messing around with it, and he discovered that that can provide immortality. And when he tried it, it made him something went wrong, I believe, and then it made him a ghost and he was trapped in the temple. And I thought that that was an excellent plot storyline. I thought that it was very unique from what we've had before, and it kind of showed Yang's greedy side as he wanted to be immortal and live forever. And in a sense, he kind of did, because he became a ghost and all of a sudden he, lived forever in a sense. So that was kind of interesting. Going on with the entire scene between Yang and Cole, it was actually kind of emotional as well, because Yang started bashing against Cole, and he was like, Cole, you have no friends, they all left you, your master isn't with you, you're all alone. And that was kind of emotional, because, there was Cole trying to fight him on, and then all of a sudden Cole is fading away. And I don't know, I just really love that. Especially in the beginning of the special, because I couldn't really understand what was going on, because Cole all of a sudden was getting ignored by his friends and, of course, the ninja and Sensei Wu, and I really didn't know what was going on there. But then all of a sudden I realized to myself, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, what could that possibly be? And then as soon as Sensei Yang brought it up and said that Cole is fading away, it just hit me, and I was like, yep, that's exactly what's happening. And so Cole is fading away because I guess nobody wanted to be around him or something like that. I still can't get my hands wrapped around, the reason for why it was fading away. But as soon as I understood that he was fading away, and that's why his friends couldn't, of course, interact with him, it made just so much more sense. I kind of liked the entire battle thing where, of course, the ghosts, as soon as they were defeated, the villains, of course, because as you guys all know, the mannequins, or the statues in the Hall of Villains, they were possessed by these villain spirits, and as soon as they were defeated, the ghosts, or the spirits, kind of like got into the air, and they went back into wherever they came from. And that was actually kind of cool, because it kind of showed how they were, of course, in that prison, I guess, prison, talking about the statue, of course, and how they were freed. I actually really also liked the lore between how all the villains were attacking the ninja so that they could be back in Ninjago. And it was kind of cool, because it showed how they were also as greedy as Yang was before, as Yang wanted to be immortal, and these villains want to return back to Ninjago instead of being departed. So that was also very, very cool. Now, the entire rift concept, I actually really like that, because that was something so unique that we literally have not seen before in Ninjago. This brand new rift right next to the lunar eclipse, where Yang could escape and return to Ninjago as, I believe, a human. I'm not too sure. Maybe he would have stayed a ghost, but I probably guarantee you guys that he would have been a human. And so he's trying to return to Ninjago. And I thought that was very interesting, and it's kind of reasonable as to why Yang would do that, because, I mean, he's trying to return to Ninjago so that he could become a human again. He doesn't like being imprisoned in this entire temple, so I really like that element of the story. Now, once we're going on to the actual fight scene between Cole and Yang, I absolutely adored it. I thought that it was awesome, especially when Cole breaks into his RX form, and then he breaks the spell with that one punch, and then Yang's like, no, you broke my spell! And then all the students start turning against Yang, and they all escape and become humans again. I thought that was such a cool moment, even though the RX potential of Cole wasn't used so much. I feel that it was placed perfectly in the special, and they could not have found a better place for Cole to utilize the RX form, and I thought that was awesome. And I actually am pretty glad that I got the RX form minifigure for Cole in the Rock Roader set. And honestly, I loved the ending of Day of the Departed. How Cole and Yang became friends, and how they became at peace with each other. Even though Cole hated Yang in the beginning for turning him into a human, Cole realizes that Yang was just lost, and Yang needed some guidance and help. And I feel that this was an awesome turn of events, and I loved how, back in the beginning of Ninjago, in, I believe, Season 1, right? Sensei Wu tells young Lord Garmadon, the best way to defeat your enemy is to make them your friend. And I love how they just made this special around that lesson, and how Cole defeats Yang by not, of course, defeating him in a fight, but by making him his friend. And I thought that that was a very valuable lesson to learn in this special. And I thought that it was kind of cool, to be honest. So I really loved how that turned around, and I loved how Yang realized what he did was wrong all of this time, and he deserved to be imprisoned in the temple. And when Cole tries to save him, Yang says, "No, I'm going to settle my debt." And then he falls down and he is trapped in the temple while Cole is allowed to escape and become human again. I thought that that was awesome, and I loved how that kind of developed Yang's character into something even more significant than it was before. And I thought that Yang was just the perfect villain to have in this special. And of course, regarding Cole's little scar that he has, nothing was really explained about that, so I'm kind of disappointed in that, because I was really trying to figure out what that little green piece of seaweed is doing on Cole's face, but unfortunately they didn't say anything regarding that little piece of green ghost stuff on Cole's face, so that's kind of disappointing. But otherwise, I thought that this was an excellent special, and I absolutely adored it. So tell me all what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this special, or did you not? Feel free to tell me in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. If you left a like on this video, that is very highly appreciated. And please subscribe for more LEGO Ninjago news coming to you guys each and every day. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video.